These are 10 ways sewing enhances your creativity. Let's go. Number one, right? Problem solving. So with sewing, you got to do like a lot of like different solving problems with like materials, different materials, putting different shapes and things together. So this is also a great way to enhance your creativity by problem solving different things and shapes and sizes and measurements and having to come up with different new creative ways to put things together. Also adjusting different like designs to fit different body shapes and things like that also. So it's definitely a very unique way to get your creativity moving and pumping some more. So like experimenting with different materials, right? This is number two. So like you really get to like put different materials together because you're like experimenting with so much different materials, whether you're like making something for somebody or you're just like going into the fabric store or going into a thrift store or going anywhere, right? So you really get to like put different and new combinations together. You're like, oh snap, I may have a scrap here or I may have a scrap there, or I seen this and I seen that, and or you just imagine something and you just imagine two different fabrics that may not go together all the time and make you really creative in the mind and put new things together to create new things and new looks, right? So number three, pattern adaptation, right? So whether you got to make a existing pattern into a new one and you're like still finding out new ways and seeing new ways that you can do things and stuff like that also. Yeah, so pattern adaptation is definitely one that really gets you really creative in the mind and really gets you to sit down and see what's really on that paper and things that you may have not seen before and make new creative outlooks and make new creative designs and out of things that you may have in your mind, but now you just put in your own little different type of sauces and designs on it. Number four, right? Upcycling and sustainability, right? So this is really gonna help you get more creative in the mind when you're making pieces that you already have into new pieces and really just exploring things and getting to see really what you want to do with these pieces and how far can you make it and how different can you make it and what you really want to make it into, you know what I mean? So being sustainable and having different pieces that you're working on and different fabrics and then making sure that you know what you want to do with it, or not even if you always know what you want to do with it, but having an idea and then having different outlooks on it make you more creative in the mind. Number five, right? Design freedom. So you get to have the freedom of like doing so much things and like it makes you more creative. So you get to really do anything that you really want when you really get to know how to sew and it makes you really creative by just knowing I can really do this to a piece and no matter what I'm thinking, I most likely can do that, right? Embellishments, just adding new things, new touches, maybe a zip on something that didn't have a zip, or you never seen a zip on in different places, or you know anything, buttons and just anything, really adding anything to these pieces. So it really makes you think out the box and really know that you can really achieve anything that you're really thinking about. Yeah, for sure. Color coordinating, right? So color coordinating, it really helps you to really make like cohesive designs and whether you want to make like a whole collection that really helps you to work with different materials and different type of fabrics, so you really get more knowledge on everything and you really get a really whole thing on really what you really want as a creative or a fashion designer or sewer and things like that, right? So you really get to know more of like a whole outlook on more designs, more so you more have more skills on everything that you really need to know, right? Basically, so you really get to know really what you want and you get to pinpoint these things on what you want and what you may not want, right? Because you get to work with so many things. Number seven, inspiration from mistakes, right? Like inspiration from mistakes is a really good one and a big one, right? Because when you're sewing, you make so many mistakes and like that's how you learn a lot, right? Just in life, right? You make a lot of mistakes, right? So in sewing, you can make so much mistakes, but these mistakes can lead to so much like good innovations that you never even probably thought of. You're like, wow, I can actually do this. You make a mistake, you be like, this is actually kind of cool. And then you think about more things you can do to it, right? So that mistake innovates you it makes you think about more things that you actually can do, and you come up with like a whole thing that's based on just off a mistake, right? So mistakes are not always bad. Most of them are good if you're just willing to learn from that mistake, right, and move on. All right, so mistakes can definitely lead you to be more creative in the mind, and having you thinking and looking very different outside, and people loving it, right? So have good mistakes and be you. Number 8, right? Personal expression, right? So sewing really allows you to like express yourself and experiment and just like really be your true self, because you can really do anything that you really want to these clothes. And like this really helps you outside, and also like building a community and building like different things that you want to build, because when you dress and you express yourself through these dressing and different things like that, it's different people outside that are connecting through you, through your outfits. And like you have like-minded or just like taste. So what I mean. So that's definitely a good way to know, and it's helping you to be very intelligent, more intelligent in the fashion world, and just being you, and it helps you be you. And I'm pretty sure everybody loves to be them. That's the best person to be. Number 9, right? Exploring different techniques, whether it's like embroidery, quilting, appliques, or whatever it is, right? So just exploring different techniques makes you more creative. It makes you like it just open the box more to be like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, or I can do this and add this to it, and then plus put a little bit of this, and then put this back over. So knowing different things really adds to like your creative flows and like your creative chart, so you can just know different things, and just to create, you able to create more new things by knowing more things, you know what I mean? So you can put different things together to create things that your mind thought about that nobody else may thought about, and yeah, just come out with that outlook. And now that's you. Number 10, collaboration opportunities, right? So this is like sharing your skills, your sewing skills, or whatever type of skills that you have with others, right? So everybody sharing their skills, and we just learning more from each other, and just doing a better part with the community, helping each other out, and we also learning so much things by spreading knowledge that each other may know or may not know. So just reminders also. So this is actually a great way to keep on going in the community, keep everybody just keep everything just spinning, you know what I mean? So this is amazing, man, for sure. Yeah, and also it helps everybody get like different perspectives and like just fresh ideas, keep on going. And the more fresh ideas we have, we can still stack on new ideas and bring old ideas into new ideas, and also bring new things together from just them things, right? So these are 10 ways how sewing makes you more creative, for real. And really, if you want to learn how to sew, I also got a course down below. It got 5 stars, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely check it out, man. It's gonna be right down there. It's gonna show you everything you need, from the tools to the sewing machine to everything. And by the time you're done with that course, you should have your first piece in your hand ready to go, right? So definitely a good way. Thank you. Make sure y'all comment down below any other videos that y'all may want, and let's keep on going, man. Make sure y'all keep sewing, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't make that piece, because you could. Let's go.